Panelboard basics. Let's learn about the basic components of a panelboard, including service entrance conductors, main lugs, main disconnect, branch circuits, hot bus bars, neutral bus bars, and grounding bars. For a commonly installed 200 amp service, the SEU service entrance cable between the meter base and the main electrical panelboard will have two 4-aught aluminum conductors for the hots and a bare 2-aught aluminum ground or neutral conductor. Please refer to the table titled 2021 IRC Table E3603.1.1 and EC Table 310.12 Single-Phase Dwelling Services and Feeders within the course to see service feeder cables for 100, 150, and 200 amps. Main lugs. The main lugs or terminals are the main connection point between incoming electricity and the panel that distributes the power to the house. At a service panel with an integral disconnect, the service conductors are attached to the lugs or terminals at the main service disconnect. Each underground hot conductor terminates at a breaker or fuse in the main disconnect, which is the first means of overcurrent protection. The main service disconnect is housed either in the distribution panel or in its own separate box. The bare, stranded, grounded neutral conductor connects to the neutral bus bar. The location of the neutral bus bar varies depending on the panel manufacturer, but it is always separate from the two hot bus bars. The neutral bus bars are long aluminum wires containing many holes and terminal screws to which ground and neutral branch circuit wires are attached, and there's one larger hole for the main service ground neutral conductor. All connections should be secured with the use of a torque wrench. The service entrance conductors at the connection point with the main terminals or lugs may be coated with antioxidant according to the manufacturer's recommendations or the local code. Panelboards manufactured since the late 1940s are approved for aluminum terminations and do not require antioxidant paste on the terminations. Home inspectors may observe antioxidant applied, but it is not required. Main disconnect. The main service disconnect, the main disconnect breaker, is the master switch for the panelboard. It shuts off the power to everything downstream, including the hot bus bars and all breakers mounted to them. All electricity entering a house goes through the main breaker. In an emergency, this main disconnect can be turned off to turn off all power to the house. The main breaker is the primary overcurrent protection device for the electrical system and is rated accordingly. The main service disconnect, or the main disconnect breaker, is usually attached or mounted to the house either inside or outside the building and is located nearest the point of entrance of the service conductors. The main service disconnect must not be installed in a bathroom. Wherever it's installed, the center of the grip of the main disconnect must be readily accessible and no higher than 6 feet 7 inches or 2007 millimeters above the floor, ground, or working platform. The rating should be stamped on the breaker handle. Metal bus bars run from the main breaker down the middle of the panelboard to distribute power to the various branch circuits through circuit breakers. 6 disconnect rule. A person must be able to turn off all the power to a house with at most 6 motions of the hand while at one location. Each panelboard should have only one disconnecting means, and the maximum number of disconnects should not exceed 6. For new construction, the main breaker or breakers are usually located in one panelboard cabinet. The multiple service disconnecting means should be grouped together and marked. Most electric services will have a single main service disconnecting means located either outdoors on the load end of the meter or in an indoor panelboard. Hot bus bars. The hot bus bars are metal bars typically made of aluminum or copper, mounted to the panel on plastic insulators, and have tabs that connect with and channel electricity to the clips on the back of the branch circuit breakers. Each of the 2 conductors feeds one side of the hot bus bar section. Neutral bus bars. The neutral bus bars are typically strips of aluminum bored with holes to secure and connect wires, acting as a hub for the neutral wires returning from each circuit in the panelboard, completing the loop of electricity. Some panels may have just one neutral bus bar. Grounding bars. The grounding bars are the central safety hub for the panel and the ground wires for circuits connected to the panel. They create a direct path for errant power to be discharged safely to the earth. The main electric service panel board with an integral main breaker disconnect will be the only point in the electrical system where the ground and neutral bus bars will be combined, bonded, and connected together with the grounding wires and neutral wires also bonded together. Additional distribution panel boards, subpanels, will have grounds and neutrals separated.